Hello, hello, hello. It was nearly tea time, but I'm having an afternoon coffee. Trust me, it's that you can see. It's that horrible instant crap. But hey, what can you do? Hey, hey, it's coffee time. Late. I wasn't feeling too good this morning, so I thought I'd do it in the afternoon. I wasn't feeling well. I was having a lie down. But you don't want to know that. You want to know what's in the news. Again, I don't know how true this is. Apparently, Osama bin Laden banned his Al Qaeda associates from trying to assassinate Joe Biden, believing that he would be an incompetent president and lead the US into crisis. And this was he wrote. This is when he wrote to one of his lieutenants in 2010. I said no, no. And seeing what's going on at the moment, I think Bin Laden may have been right. I think he may he may have been onto something. Because poor old Sleepy Joe, you know, he ain't all there, is he? In a recent interview, he said that no one's being killed in Kabul at the airport. Everything's just fine. Oopsie. Look, you got him and Trump. I mean, it comes to something when Trump's the better bet. You know, I know Trump's crazy, but he's not senile. How did we get here? How did we get to this point in time? Meanwhile, Chris Whitty on your radio, has warned that the young need to get vaccinated because there's been, again, 3/4 of admissions into hospital now are under 50s. That means everyone under 50 is regarded as young, which is good if you're young under 50, not so good if you're over 50. Does that mean I'm old? I don't know. So, yeah, get the jab, you know. Big Pharma and all that. What's Big Pharma? It's a farmer who's 6'5". He's a big farmer. Nicola Sturgeon, she's going to be pushing for a fresh referendum by 2024 because she's now got into bed with the Green Party. That's fine. It came out, wasn't it? Came out this week that the average Scot is subsidised to the tune of about 1,900 quid more than those that live in England. Going to be interesting where she's going to get that money from when independent. You know, I mean, but I'm all for it. I think it's great. I think we should put a wall up. Put a wall up. Going to build a big, beautiful wall. I tell you, the EU will hand their ass to them on a plate. They're going to help it. They'll come crawling back. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's all the Scots. That's all the Scots alienated. Oh no. Oh no. But again, I ain't got a skin in that. I ain't got a skin in that game, so I don't really care. Who cares? If it stops the Scots moaning about the English, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Where are we? It's not a lot. It's all pretty miserable. Oh, here we go. No, this is an important one. Onlyfans announced last night that they're banning pornographic or really sexually explicit content, which kind of ruined my plans because I was going to start the OnlyFans account, you know, Darren Lock, near the knuckle, that kind of thing, but can't do it now. It's just going to be the black and white artistic shots of me saying underpants, you know. Might keep my socks on. I haven't decided. But yeah, OnlyFans are cracking down on really explicit content on the platform. And this is because they're trying to raise investment. It's really quite interesting. Even though they put in, I think it's like $1 billion. That sounds about right. I've done my research. No, man in the pub going on in the corner, if only. But they put in like billions of pounds of cash from the platform. Again, it's like a Patreon for people that like showing their bits. And it's great if you're doing that. It originally started more for like the arty types, because I remember years ago when it first appeared, I thought it was like I think it was originally put as an alternative to Patreon, but then it went that way. But yeah, they're trying to get investment, even though they pull in all this money, and the investors are like, "Oh," because again, some investors don't want to be involved in pornography and things like that. And they've also got being squeezed by credit card processors as well, because they're worried about underage people accessing sexually explicit stuff. They could be liable, And so yeah, it's like a two-pronged attack on OnlyFans. So they're finding themselves in a very difficult yet interesting position. So will this cause there to be another platform to emerge where people can post? I mean, there are alternatives like that are out there. But yeah, again, a lot of people who have been well established on the site see it as like they've been stabbed in the back, because they helped build the site, and now that content is going to be excised from it. But if you can't expand, if you can't get investment, then sometimes you play it straight, and it looks like that's what's happening there. Well, let's do the funnies. Do you want to do the funnies? Okay then. Bournemouth. We're going to Bournemouth. We're going to Bournemouth Beach. Why is Bournemouth in the news? Bournemouth is on the south coast of the UK, for those people who aren't aware of it. It used to be, Bournemouth a few years back used to be the murder capital of England, because there was a spate of grisly murders. Yeah, true. I don't know why I remember that. We're talking about probably about 15 years ago now. All right. I think it's because one of the companies I used to write for was based in Bournemouth. But yeah, Bournemouth Council have taken the decision to ban the deck chair. Deck chairs have been a feature on the beach for over 100 years, but they reckon because people are a little bit leery these days, a bit prone to fisticuffs, and what do they grab? Ain't the bucket and spade. They don't throw the bucket and spade at each other, they throw deck chairs at each other. And so to stop people injuring each other, no more deck chairs. And yeah, but local Bournemouth councillor Vicky Slade says she's gobsmacked by by this. They reckon 200 grand is raised a year by deck chair hire, and they're going to be losing it. And it's going to have an impact. Refurbishing toilet blocks and whatnot along the beach is going to suffer because they're getting rid of the deck chairs. I don't know. I think it's that woke lot. Who wants another woke story? Do you want another woke story? Do you want another? It's political correctness gone mad. Well, this is it. You'll know this is Homer Simpson's favourite song if you're a fan of The Simpsons, but the Weather Girls had a hit in 1982 with It's Raining Men. Oh yes, I'm going to go right out and get myself soaking wet. What do they mean? Women getting wet at the sight of men? I don't know. Must be the reference to the rain. But to mark World Pride Month, I'm sure we had Pride Month not that long ago, as another one comes along. I'm against it, as long as everyone should have a party. Every month should be a party month. I think it's great, but we should have Disability Month. Disability only gets a day, I think, but we should have Disability Month. There you go. But they're re-releasing the song, but they've changed it to It's Raining Them. Hallelujah, it's raining them. Amen. But they've put men still in there in the amen. You see, they've not thought it through because they want it to be more inclusive. But it doesn't work. I read that and go, it reads like it's raining them. Ugh, it's raining them. We've got to a point now that them is acceptable, whereas years ago it'd be regarded as an insult. Look at them over there. Look at them. Now it's inclusive. Now I say, if you can't remember someone's pronouns, just call them it. They're it. Everyone's obsessed with pronouns and gender. Do you know why? Because they haven't got any football teams or rock bands to support. So the kids have to have a flag, a special flag with their gender on. Oh boy, in 10 years' time, there are going to be so many kids in therapy. It's going to be brilliant. But yeah, so that's another thing, another joke, because that's going to fight. No one's going to sing that. No one's going to sing. It keeps them happy and it makes them feel special, doesn't it? And that's the important thing. As long as they're feeling special. Animal news. Who wants some animal news? This is the story of. Has he got a name? I don't think he's got a name. This dog. This is a cockapoo, and it was originally tweeted out in 2015. This shows you it's a slow news day on the Daily Express website, but yeah, John O'Sullivan. It was a picture of his dog, and his dog has suddenly become famous again recently because they reckon this dog shares a look. It looks like Lady Diana. There he is. There's the cockapoo, and that's Diana. Just in case you get mixed up, because it is quite uncanny. Look, cockapoo, Diana, cockapoo. Oh, I see. I got mixed up then. I forgot which one was which because it really does look like Lady Diana. What's happened to the world? But don't worry, folks. Don't worry. I've got you a story. I've got you a wonderful story. It's another hogweed story. Yes, the giant hogweed has returned. And you're going to like this. This is the story of Tina Sabine from Stratford-upon-Avon. She'd been out walking with her two dogs along a popular riverside route when she unknowingly came into contact with the plant. But a month later, this happened in July. A month later, she's still in hospital. And medics originally thought that she'd been in an acid attack. Such was the severity. I mean, we shouldn't mock. Because we've listened to nursery crime, haven't we? You've listened to it. I've listened to it. So we know that Heracleum mantegazziani is dangerous. And we are prepared for its herbicidal battery. But she wasn't. Listen to more Genesis. I think that's because she ended up looking like this. Look at her. Look at her face. It made her face swell up. Look at it. And that's nothing compared to her hand. Her hand's in an even worse state. If I pull this up without all the pop-ups jumping around the screen, because you know what it's like. Wait a minute. Let me just grab the picture. Whoops. Where is it? There we go. Don't worry. Talk amongst yourselves. Her hand looks even worse. Look at that. Look at her hand. Look at it. My goodness. And that is the giant hogweed. Very, very dangerous. And she's got these terrible burns and that. And so she's in Warwick Hospital. So we can send the flowers there. Get well soon, Tina. I know, but it is serious, And every year, around this time, the press always runs with John Hogweed stories, and I look forward to it every year. So yeah, don't think I'm mocking. I'm not. I think more. It just goes to show you need to listen to more Genesis. There you go. So thank you. The dog is now snoring. She's decided to stay with me today, and is registering her disgust. I'm going to do it again, Hannah, you good girl. Stiff's in. Stiff says, as someone in Scotland, even though the SNP are the majority, indirect will never happen. I always joke that the Scots always sober up when they get inside the polling booth, for the referendum. I don't mean that they're drunk. I mean that they just go, because you do know, I know you say get rid of the Tories and everything. Yeah, I agree. But Labour, look at the state of Labour. Fuck me. Once you're out of the UK, you're stuck with Sturgeon and the SNP forever, and they will become the new Tories. Remember, self-identification for 4-year-olds. That's SNP. And don't tell your parents. That's what that is just totally wrong. Oh, Kiddie Fiddler's Charter. But you know that because you're sensible. Pegasus says, how's the groove been? Sore. Stiff says, same thing happened with Pornhub via the credit cards. That's why everyone switched to Onlyfans. Late coffee time. I wasn't feeling very well this morning, so I've been a bit today. So I had a second wind. So I thought I didn't want to stop. I wasn't going to stop, but I felt a bit better later on. I didn't feel too good this morning, but I'm here now. But yeah, with Pornhub, that was because of the amount of unauthorised material that's on there. A lot of revenge pornography and fake stuff, And yeah, Pornhub looked at it and went, "Oh my god!" And they got rid of something like 80% of their material because revenge porn is a real problem, and it leaves them open to be sued, and rightly so. Absolutely so. Jez says hi. Hi, Jez. Nice to see you. Jez is a subscriber or whatever that. I think that's what they call him on here, and I bow to him because he gives me money. Roger says, sorry to hear you're not been well. Hope it's on the way out. No, it's my diabetes. I have this neuropathy in my feet and everything, and some days I had a terrible night's sleep. It's the first time I've been kept awake with it. I woke up, I don't know what time it was, my feet were killing me and they felt like they were cold and they were hot, and it was just really rough. I have moments where they're fine and then they come, and it comes and goes, and it just, the bad feet being thing just coincided with coffee time this morning, so it's like, and I can't really, it's hard to me to focus because then my heart starts jittering and it's hard to focus because I've got to kind of concentrate. This does take a little bit of effort, but if I'm not feeling well, that's it. That's on the way back from summer school with Herb and that, I nearly fainted. I had to hold on to the boy because I came over like that. It's not good, I'm not well. I'm gonna have that on me gravestone. I told him I wasn't well. That's Spike Milliken. But no, I'm like this forever. I don't think this is ever getting better. So what can you do about it? Stiff says it was anti-porn people launching campaigns saying there was kiddie porn on there. Yeah, but no, Stiff. There was also a lot of revenge porn and stuff that was posted without permission. This is the thing. You're supposed to be the owner. There are a lot of sites out there, not that I know about this, but I read an article, but apparently there are a lot of sites out there that, as in their terms of service, that you're supposed to be, it's like YouTube, you're supposed to be the copyright holder, and they weren't. And people, mainly women, are mobilising now to get the stuff removed, rightly so, because it's been uploaded by boyfriends or ex-husbands or whatnot, and they will be left open to massive legal ramifications. Check that out. No, don't feel sorry for me. It's just the way it is. I'm not here for your sympathy. It's just that's, you asked me why, and that's what happened. I'm not here for, Oh, sorry. Have I seen Sparks Brothers yet? Yeah, I did. I did a review of it, Stiff. I actually did a review, but thanks to YouTube, I doubt you would have seen it because I'm persona non grata here. You wouldn't necessarily see it, but there is a review. I can pull up the link. Sorry, I got distracted then by the comment. Let me pull up the link for you because this stuff is there, but I'll be buggered if I can get people to watch it because, it's very difficult. I've had 373 views of it, and I made this review the weekend it came out because I watched it on iTunes, on US. Here you go. But no, the thing with my feet is awful. It's really getting bad. I don't know what to do about it. So, um, Vince says, if all goes well, my next concert will be Sparks in March of 2022. Well, that's good. Don't forget to wear your mask, though. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully we'll do this again soon. It's been a blast. Please say well done to Herbert. Love his videos. Yeah, I mean, he had a good week at school. He got a little certificate. He's because he's going to big school now with Verity. And the teacher spoke to us and said, oh no, he's had a great week. He's been doing very well. They just get used to him because he says strange things. It's almost like a Tourette's thing he has, where if he gets stressed or upset, he will say things that are, not cool, and they've got to get used to it. It was nearly tea time, Robert, but I've actually had a coffee. There is coffee in the mug. I know it's terribly scummy. I'm sorry. I'm filth. I'm scum. You know that. But I've actually had a coffee at tea time. This is tea time. I suffer for my art. I didn't want a coffee, but I thought I'd better be authentic. I better be authentic. I will take. I mean, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just knackered. I'm just old and tired and finished. So that's that. Funny thing is yesterday I had a fairly good day, and then like in the evening after taking the dog out for the last walk, my feet were killing me. And then, like I said, they woke me up in the night, and it's never happened before, which is a bit worrying because normally, but yeah. And I've just felt a bit crap this morning. I think it's because it just wore me up. But yeah, I intend to stay groovy. Remember, folks, drink it up.